Hi YouTubers, what we are going to do today is we are going to take one of these Dollar Tree pizza pans and turn it into a door hanger. These have been really popular on the Silhouette page, and instead of doing just a piece of vinyl to this, we're actually going to sublimate on this. This is Glitter HTV, so we're going to sublimate on this and make it into a door hanger. It's also cool because you can put one on this side and then put one on the other side. Now this is my tester, so it is a little banged up, but I've got another one that we're gonna work on today that isn't so scratched up. So let me just show you what you need. Alright, so you are gonna need a pizza pan. These are from the Dollar Tree. They've been really popular over in the Silhouette groups where people have been painting them and then putting a piece of vinyl on them. I thought it would be fun to sublimate on them. So, but this is from the Dollar Tree, and they've been easier to find of recent, but they were really hard to find for a while when this was really super popular. So you can also try to hunt on Amazon. They'll be a little bit more expensive on Amazon, but you can find them on Amazon if you really want to do this, and they're none at your Dollar Tree. So that, and then I've just been spray painting them with leftover spray paint from when we decorated the basement. So this is what I'd be using on the one we're going to do today. Any spray paint I would imagine would work. Acrylic paint would probably work as well. Just make sure whatever you do use to paint that you give it a while to cure, and it is really dry before you go put your HTV on it. We are going to sublimate onto Glitter HTV. I've been making 10-inch circles, so at least an 11-inch piece of HTV. I've been using this as white Glitter HTV. I think glitter would probably be the best bet for this, and any like light color would work. We're obviously just going to do this on white. Obviously heat tape and your printed out sublimation transfer as well you're going to need, and heat tape. We're going to use this little guy. It's the Cricut Mini press. It's really handy to have. It heats up in like 30 seconds, but it's just little, and it gets in little places. So big fan of this. We'll also be using the big heat press as well, which you're going to need either 2 Teflon sheets or a Teflon sheet. Or this is my pressing pillow and a Teflon sheet. You're going to need 2 pieces of Teflon to get this to work. So I think that is it. Let's go set this up in the software. Alright, so we are in Silhouette Studio, and the first thing we're going to do is we are going to draw a circle. I'm going to hold the shift key down so that it's a perfect circle with the measurements being the same on both sides. So now we're going to click it and go over to the transform panel and the scale tool, and we're going to make our circle 10 by 10. And that's what I found kind of works best on these little pizza pans. So that is our 10 by 10 circle. We're going to cut this out of Glitter HTV like we would any other HTV. And then I'm going to do File and Merge. We're going to make my snowman again. So bring in my little snowman. He is a PNG, 300 DPI PNG. And what we're going to do is we're going to shrink him down to less than 8.5 inches wide, because my printer, I have an SG 400, can only print 8.5 inches wide. Yeah, it's annoying. But that's what we're going to do. So see how he fits. And you can select both of these and go to the transform panel again here and have them align where they'll bullseye. It may be a little off because his hat, but these are all designed to be like background PNGs, or background PNGs, so you can put your own saying in it. So they're a little more personalizable. I don't know if that's a word, but we're going to go with it. You can personalize these a little bit more than one that I've already done for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in our little saying again, and I want to do Snow Day Please. So come over here, and we're using Ramdone. All right. Now the cool thing in Silhouette Studio is, so this is our word. You can come over to the glyph panel. Actually, hold up. Let's go fill them in real quick. So we'll just fill it in with this red real quick so you can see. You can go over here to the glyph panel, and it has extra little letters if you want to put any of them in here. So down here at the bottom, you can see all the different versions of letters. So I know there's a different W here. So you can put in any versions of these W's you want to. So click on here and double click and see it put in, I click twice. So it put in that new W for me if I wanted to. But anyway, you can play with these as much as you want to and put in as many characters or as little as you want to. So after you do that, I like to put an offset around these to make them a little bit easier to read on this pattern background. You don't have to, it's just purely optional. I just think it makes it easier to read. So we're gonna hit offset. And what it's gonna do is it's just gonna put an outline around all of this. You can make it bigger or smaller, moving the arrows up and down, and hit apply. And so then we have an offset around it. And then you can go fill in your offsets and fill it in with white. The other thing you can do with these, if you want to, move it down here so you can see a little better, is under the fill tool, down here in patterns, you can put any of these patterns you want to in here too, including like a glitter pattern. I don't know if that would be the best thing for this design, but you can do it if you want to. You can mess with the transparency of it, how much you see of it, and you can also change the scale. Well, that's kind of cool. You can change the angle, and then you can pan the pattern too, so that the pattern, so say if I want, because it's a diagonal with different colors, if I want different colors, I can put them in here too. So that's something kind of cool Silhouette allows you to do. It's under your library, under patterns. You just drag and drop them in here, and they're all there to use. Now, I will caution you, please don't load this whole window up. Patterns are very, very big, and they will make your computer very, very slow when trying to load this program. So once you use them, if you don't like them or if you're done with them, you can right click and delete them so that it'll make your Silhouette program load quicker. Also, that library causes a lot of problems, so with crashing and things like that, so just beware. Anywho, there we go. So those are all the different options for sayings you can put in your little circle here. So this is the one I already did. I've got them grouped together right now. And what I want to do, all right, so what happened is, see my pattern is on top of my words. So we're gonna right click and send it to the back of the layer. Or we're gonna try to bring this one to the front. There we go. It doesn't always want to work, I don't know why, but you can just bring it to the front of the layer. And you're just going to arrange these however you want to. Now, because we're just printing this and we're not cutting it, there's no need to weld anything. I'm gonna select all of these holding the shift key. I'm gonna ungroup them. I want my offset little color here to be this light purple. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the fill tool. See this magic dropper? I'm gonna fill it up and see it's on my little here, so I can drop that and make that into my fill color now. I guess we'll just make them black. Now what I'm gonna do also is select all of my words and outlines, not my picture, all my words and my outlines, and I'm gonna go to this line tool, and I'm gonna pick the one with the X's in it, and that's gonna get rid of all of our line colors altogether, so we're not dealing with any weird colors. Sorry, I know that was a bit of a lot, but I wanted to give you options. Alright, so I fidgeted with my design just a little bit more, and that's pretty much what we're gonna go with. So let's move this guy off. You're gonna cut him out of HTV. This guy, and group him, but it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna change my page setup to letter and see it fits. And then I'm going to go File and Print, and I'm going to print to the Sawgrass Print Manager. And that'll make sure that my colors are all correct. And then you can go back over here to 12 by 12, kick him out, and then go cut this out of glitter. Alright, so we are in my print manager. So we are printing on Caesar glitter. We only have one option for paper, so we're going to go with it. High quality, auto tray. I think these are pretty much all the same. But we already need to make sure that it gets mirrored. And then we are going to print. Alright, so we're over in my heat press, 400 degrees for 60 seconds. And then this was our Glitter HTV we cut. And I'm just going to peel it right off the carrier sheet. So I've peeled off my Glitter HTV. This is my carrier. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and this is my pressing pillow. So it does have to be on Teflon. It can't be on like butcher paper or anything like that. It has to be on Teflon. So this is my printed transfer. I'm going to cut it out roughly in a circle. The reason I do that is so that it's easier for placement. It's kind of hard to get a piece of paper lined up, kind of circular in the center here. Alrighty. So this is my transfer, and I just got it face down. Alright, and then I do like to put 2 pieces of tape. Honestly, I don't know if it really helps or not, because it doesn't really, the tape doesn't stick very well to the glitter. But I feel bad not doing it, so. And then we're going to press this for 60 seconds. So Teflon, glitter, transfer, Teflon sheet. And then we're going to close it 60 seconds at 400 degrees. Take our Teflon sheet off. And then you're going to peel this guy right off. There is our transfer. Now this guy you're going to need to move out from underneath the heat press and let it cool for probably 5 minutes or so. So this is cooled down. I want you to notice something about this pressing pillow I used. It's a really thin pressing pillow. Don't use a really huge one, then it's too much pressure and then you have problems with that. But what you're going to do is you're going to peel it off. If you try to do this when it is warm, you're just going to have a, quite frankly, hot sticky mess in your hands. But there it is. So we're going to turn off our heat press, and then we're going to put this guy onto our pizza plate. Alright, so I took my HTV, peeled it off. Now this is my pizza pan that I spray painted, and this is our little Cricut Mini that we're going to use to put it on. And then I've just been using this as a piece of parchment paper to act as my cover sheet. And of course I have this wrapped around my tripod. Hold on. Alright, here we go. And basically I just kind of count to 5 and move it around to get the glue to heat back up and stick to our pizza pan. I'm pressing firm, but not like just, you know. But I am pressing firmly on this. Alright, so after you've pressed for a while, just, you know, make sure that it's kind of stuck. It doesn't really take much. That's why I really like the little guy. I'd use the bigger press, the bigger easy press that I have, and the problem was it was giving me a lot of wrinkles. It wasn't, this metal flexes because it's cheap metal, and it flexes, and so it's giving me a lot of wrinkles in my HTV, and so I've had the best luck with the little mini press. Now, if you wanted to do something on the back, the problem with that is it'll flex and you won't get like a good contact. So what I've been using is good old Bath and Body Works candles, and I flip 4 of them upside down and put them under here, and then that gives me something stable enough that I can get my design on and stay on. So, alright, so if you left with white residue on your Teflon sheet from the HTV, wait for it to cool. Always wait for it to cool. And then this is just my scraper, and it scrapes right off. And then just make sure any residue is off. before you use it again, and it's good as new. Alright, so you can use this trick where you peel the Glitter HTV off the carrier sheet and apply sublimation to it for all sorts of things, t-shirts, all that. I love to use it for testers to see what they look like, because the glitter is going to make things look different than if they were on fabric. So this is the 2 that we did today. And this is another background that I did that's been really popular. This is on Glitter HTV. And then see how different it looks when it's on actual paper or actual fabric. So keep that in mind anytime you use glitter for something, is that it's very much going to change the colors. And if you have anything very nuanced or a lot of shades of the same color, it may not look so good on glitter as it would on actual fabric. So this is 100% polyester, and then this is glitter. So, but it's a fun trick, and you can use it for all sorts of stuff. Alrighty, so there is our snow day, and then I ended up putting Hello Spring on the back. I love that you can make these reversible. From here, I would add some ribbon so you can hang it. You can add ribbon inside, any decorations you want to. You could also put additional HTV out here or adhesive vinyl. The adhesive may not actually stick too well to the glitter, but you could add additional decorations out here, snowflakes, whatever it is you wanted to add, ribbon, flowers, you name it. This is really a personalized project you could do. I also think these would be really great inside these wreath frames. Like if you do the Deco Mash wreath, it would give you something fun and you could change it out. Honestly, no idea what happens if you put this outside. I have no idea what will happen, if it'll eventually come off, or it shouldn't fade. Normally, like if I do it on a garden flag, it looks pretty well for a while, but honestly, I don't know. It would probably do okay for a while. Also, if you absolutely hate this, you can peel it off, but you will need to spray paint it again. Peels off some of the spray paint too. So, but not bad for a couple bucks and a little bit of time. So, anyway, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will be back with another video soon. Thank you so much for watching.